that if you're an advanced player beyond the beginner stage, you should be fit for a driver. Shaft flexes, kick point, and lie angles need to be tailored to you, and if you're not, you may never hit a shot straight or powerfully. Having a driver that's well suited for you is key for good performance to unfold. Please see our video on club fitting. Tee height makes a difference on how a golf ball launches and ultimately the distance it travels. There have been many studies on it, but the one by My Golf Spy is most instructive. They tested two tee heights, one at 1.5 inches from the ground and the other at 1/2 inch. It showed that teeing the ball higher creates more than 14 yards in carry distance. So yes, we recommend teeing the ball as high as comfortable for you. The driver is the most difficult club to hit because it's the longest, making rhythm and timing super important. In my opinion, if you try to force speed in your driver swing, you're going to have trouble with accuracy. Swinging out of control is the death knell for many amateurs. Accuracy and consistency are far more important, so please focus on good, consistent rhythm. Of course, if you're a professional golfer playing competitively and practicing daily, distance is important, and it can be more important than accuracy on courses with wide fairways or a little rough. If you're training your body and practicing golf every day, please let us know, and we can help with options for generating more speed. As you know, swings are different for everyone, so we encourage you to reference our swing theory videos for options regarding mechanics. But beyond specific swing moves, here are some important points to remember when driving. Put an alignment stick on the ground between your feet and the ball to give your mind a good picture of the target. Because, as you know in golf, we can't see our target during shot execution. Experiment to find your stance width. Some players can generate speed from a narrower stance, while most others need a wider one. I suggest you start with your feet 12 inches apart and hit 10 balls, and then start to progressively get wider to see what works best for you, and go with the one that feels the best. But one word of caution, don't get too wide because you won't be able to move your feet. They can play a role in balance and within your power and accuracy of the swing. Setup for driver is different than the irons. It requires a wider stance like we've talked about, but also you need to have your ball forward and your upper body tilted slightly away from the target, about 15 degrees. And a little foot flare can help as well, rotate on the way back and on the way through. Remember, you're actually hitting up on the ball when swinging a driver, so a little tilt away from the target is helpful to make that happen. Also, because you're hitting up on the ball, you're actually closing the face slightly. So with a driver, you want to aim slightly right of target as a right-hander. As that club is closing, it gets it back online. Now, this is going to be very different than an iron, where the opposite is actually true. As you're hitting down on the ball, the physics show as you hit slightly down, the ball will take off slightly to the right as a right-hander. That's why it's extremely important to be slightly parallel left towards your target as a right-hander when you're hitting irons, but as a driver, we want to be aiming slightly to the right. Pivot your entire body and don't just swing your arms. I see too many players thinking they can generate power with just their shoulders like this, and it's not right. Golf is a full body movement, and without it, distance and accuracy are undermined. The goal is to generate maximum swing speed at the ball, not on the downswing or the follow through. I focus on putting energy into the ball. Making solid contact in the center of the club head is key. And fortunately, the sweet spot of a driver is bigger than other clubs because technology has stretched it and the club head is bigger. By improving where you hit the ball in the face of the club, even without increasing your swing speed, you can generate more distance. Use your dominant ball flight. It'll feel natural to you and give you the best chance at obtaining a good result. You'd be surprised the majority of players on tour will only move their driver in one direction, either left to right or right to left. If you're a linear putter who benefits from placing a line on the ball and aiming it at the target, likely the same process will help in driving. Where you tee your ball up may seem like a relatively inconsequential detail, but you can improve your chances of keeping the ball in the fairway by using the angles of the tee in your favor. For example, if you favor a right to left ball flight, you should tee your ball on the left side of the tee box and aim down the right so that your ball will work nicely back into play. Narrow your focus to the smallest target or object you can find. Precise focus will improve neuroscience execution in your mind. Fairways are usually 35 to 40 yards wide, and there's plenty of room for your ball to find them. And if there's little to no rough, or if there's no penalty area, then don't obsess over hitting fairways. Check alignment and then check it again. Statistics show that it can cause 80% of your accuracy problems. Be careful. Always think positively and commit to your shots. And finally, don't slap at the ball. Wipe through the impact area. Swing too hard, ruining rhythm. Chop down with the club coming down from out to in. Instead, tilt your body away from the target at address and turn your trail elbow so the inside faces the ball.